What is the purpose of dating?
It depends on who you asking.
And
My purpose, if you ask me specifically,
in the scope of society, in the scope of family, what is the purpose of dating?
for some people, for a large percentage of the people, the scope of dating, if you're being intentional, is to find a husband or wife.
Correct.
So, but let me ask you this question, a follow-up question.
Is
that the reason why everyone dates?
Is that the reason
why everybody dates?
Is that
what the reason?
But what I'm saying is we shouldn't promote what the devil does. We shouldn't promote what is disadvantageous. So if someone is dating for sex, if someone is dating for fun, us as people with a platform should be promoting what is going to benefit society.
I'm watching a video from
Albert Einstein said
from
you cannot solve
YouTube.
a problem from the same level
This
it
is
was created. So having people who are dating,
simply
talking to
me
people who
just
are dating,
being open
someone
to
who's dating can't help someone who's dating because
just
the goal
eating,
of
chilling,
dating is marriage. So a
and
married
watching this
person
video.
can tell someone who is dating, this is what you need to look out for while you're dating. This
That's all
is what
this
you
is.
need to check off. This is what you need.
When the
to
last
make
time
sure
you've been
that
actively dating multiple people? When the last time you've actively been dating? Like not your wife, but you've been in a dating market.
This is what you have to understand.
No, so it's the question. You asked me a very direct question. I gave you an answer.
I'm answering you. I'm
Okay,
answering
go
you
ahead.
now. Dating is principle based. It doesn't matter if it's 23 or 1903. A relationship is based on principles.
So right now I'm listening to
not the trend,
one of my
not the
favorite
fad. Love does not change.
Twitter or
Love
social media
stays the
guys.
same because
This is
God
Tony
love,
Gaskins.
and God does not change.
He has a great
Love
perspective
is
on
not
this stuff.
Contingent upon strip clubs and pornography and Instagram and social media. So the same way that my wife and I dated is the same way that people who will have a healthy marriage date today. But what you're trying to say is that we should date differently today because it's 2023. And that's not true because a relationship is based on principles. So
Now,
what
is that before you go forward, let me say this. I want to be very clear here. Specifically, I said people are not monolithic.
No,
right now,
I just posted this on
God,
Twitter
devil,
and on
Bible,
Facebook.
And those are your particular principles. And I respect that, brother. I grew up religious too. I respect what you're saying. Dating, the main purpose of dating, it should be
You need to stop.
People should
Stop,
have sex before marriage. From
Yeah,
the
you finna get sent to the house.
Perspective.
Stop,
brother. But I'm not going to dismiss your perspective simply because it doesn't align with mine or this person's or that person. I think the particular problem is
stop.
Me saying that your take is wrong. I respect it. I enjoy listening to your content, but to say
now this case of deal busting
should work for all people and dismiss everyone else that doesn't speak your particular alignment, to me, it's irresponsible. And the reason I say that is because there are all sorts of people doing all sorts of things, loving all sorts of ways. And if you think that your way is the only way that works, brother, I commend you. I'm just saying there are people from all walks of life that need to hear other perspectives, either to solidify theirs or make them curious about another way that could be better for them. Brother, one thing you said that was really interesting.
And this guy's talking foolish.
You said what?
You're telling me who you're working for.
And that's why a lot of people.
This guy's being foolish.
Look.
But meaning you tell it
when you say that, you go. What you're saying,
you're working to provide.
He is not
for all of the voices, for all the different types of people, because people are not a monolith.
He's what? Yeah.
So the voices that you are giving a platform to have no success.
Wow.
If they are not in a healthy relationship.
I just told you that
this guy
on our panel.
This is
exactly that's not what's being posted.
Hey, I got a quick question here.
That's crazy. Now, guys, what I just did was I posted a link on Facebook. I posted a link on X, and both of these are pointing y'all to what I'm doing basically through this social media realm. I'm making this more lucrative, making it more of a more liquid for me, so that whenever I make these posts, when I'm doing this work, I'm not just here to bring so much be so loud. I don't want to be loud. I want to be me. I want to just be focused on being happy. I want to focus on being positive, focus on being myself. There are many ways that people can approach my work, and I want to focus on this. I want to focus on bringing the people this type of energy, because this is necessary for people. I don't know what people are going through. I don't know what people are doing these days, but I know that if they have access to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, that they'll be able to find me. This is what I'm bringing to the table. Right now, I'm just chilling, eating a quesadilla, and listening to Tony Gaskins' debate with this guy named Ace Metaphor. And I don't know Ace Metaphor, but what he's missing, the point he's missing in this video is that he's opening up his access. He's kind of, Tony said, you're showing me who you're working for. Why? Because God is makes a gives you a choice. Follow the path that leads to everlasting life, or follow the path that ends to death. He gives a choice. You have a choice, and you have a choice. There's no gray area in between, right? See, this is the problem. But this, they say that I don't know. They say they're Christian. People say they're Christian. This, but they don't do the work to weed out the sin out of their life. They say they're Christian, but they don't do the work to weed out the disobedience in their life. They say they're Christian, but they don't do the work to weed out the lack of holiness in their life. So this is what the problem has become. People are not weeding out the lack that they have. The man said, God, heal me, heal my unbelief. He said, do you believe? He said, heal me of my unbelief. I believe, heal me of my unbelief. That's scripture. And this is what you need in order to seek and find. So we just did a story on, well, we did some reading out of Vashti Harrison's book, Little Legends, Exceptional Men in Black History, highlighting Bass Reeves from born in 1838, and he died in 1910. And we're gonna get back into this video and continue to listen to her. I just wanted to go live and let y'all hear me hear my voice, because I made a post and made a podcast, and I haven't gone live in a while. So there we go, we live.
Qualified to speak on these topics? Personally, yeah. Man, you know, it's real interesting. I'm so busy with my play, brother, that I don't really look across the aisle. There are content creators that I don't particularly vibe with. I don't like their rhetoric. I don't like the way they speak to women in general.
There you go.
Well, I'm not being specific about any one person. I just mean, like, yeah. Do you more so, because obviously Tony pretty much stands on, if you're not married, like, you should not necessarily be putting out this work. I think that's probably, to respectfully, man, I think that is
or you just have to frame the conversation. You have to frame it. You have to say, this is not relationship advice. This is my dating experience.
Brother, I don't really think that, this to your point, to your point, and to answer the question before, do I feel like there are people that are not qualified to give general advice?
I just feel moved to get back into Vashti Harrison's book, Exceptional Men in Black History, because history is important, and it's really interesting and cool, and it's a good way for me to stay excited about the work that I do. History is fun for me. This guy, Ace Metaphor, is talking. He's telling his point. I'm not trying to talk over him. I'm just literally just watching this video. But I'm just happy to see it. But you know, Bass Reeves, he's an awesome study. We did study him. We talked about him, and we're gonna go back in the next podcast. I did a little foreshadowing in that one, so we didn't really highlight it and highlight who he is, because I still need to study it. But we got to go in and talk about him as a tower. Bass Reeves as a tower, right? Bass Reeves started from nothing. He was born enslaved in Arkansas, and what they see him as now is a lawman, marshal, but they don't see the fact that he was a slave as a child and had to take someone else's name. That's what we're missing in that part. He became great through that because of his accuracy.
Help us better raise children. This does not help us climb the ladder as a people, as a group who are struggling economically, struggling relationally, struggling in
You actually pay much attention to what we got going on over here, brother, and that's respectfully. I'm respectfully saying. I'm respectfully saying when you can use the adjectives you want to use, and then you know empty messages. You can use all these adjectives. Just because you're making these blanket statements, that's why I said it's dangerous. It's dangerous when you're making blanket statements without having actual information.
It's not a
It is a blanket statement. You're making blanket statements.
I'm
putting people's names in it.
I'm living this as a husband and a
your
father,
truth,
which is successful for
you
and for our community. It's not just for me. Principles are principles. So,
right, but your principle, you're not the only person with principles.
You're promoting casual sex. You're promoting hookup culture, and then you say, let me ask you this. You having a conversation. You watching me online. You say you appreciate my message. Why haven't you called me to your conversation?
You know what? Why he doing all that? Look, why he doing all that? He doing all that.
This was at 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Tony made a great point. This is a clip from Tony Gaskin debates Ace Metaphor on Highly Initiated Podcast.
You ain't bringing all the side. You bringing the side that you want to bring. And then you trying to take me to task for my word, and you trying to hold me for every word, but you didn't catch that you just call what you doing a play. I call what I do purpose.
Really, I don't know what you mean about play.
You just said I'm so focused on my play.
So plate, PLATE, plate. This is the last. I messaged you March 10th. Yo, would love to feature you on my podcast. We're shooting April 28th, 29th. Any interest? And then it was like an automatic reply that says you don't receive messages, so I didn't attempt that way again. Well, brother, like, respect.
Yeah, bro, I got a website, man. You know how to reach me. I got a website.
I'm 35, brother. We do things a little differently.
I'm 39, bro. Don't act like you're another generation.
So here's the thing. It sounds like you might be TG on the mix.
Tonight's conversation.
That's what it sounds like.
With just him and Ace, by the way. That's enough. That's enough for the stage. Just him and Ace.
Because you know you can't put this Ace. You know you can't put a brother like this on the stage with anybody that's even halfway single. Now here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to ask about this.
I don't mind being single people.
Wow.
What I'm saying is frame the conversation. We can't let it go out as relationship advice. This is a single experience, or this is a hookup experience, or this is I'm a divorce.
Let me see.
I'm telling you what went wrong in my marriage. But this is going out to the million as relationship advice. And so what I'm saying is if you send the message of a single man who is having sex with women and dating, if you send that message viral, give the equal pressure and push of the therapist that you say you have on there, or the married person that you say you have on there who is happy and healthy, and do that split test of A and B so that it balances the conversations. Anytime I see something from tonight's conversation, it's on the same side of the line, and it is very confusing. I don't know what I just heard, what the purpose of it was. It's a man arguing at a woman arguing at a man, and there's no solution, there's no takeaway. It's all sensationalism, and one thing that I know is happening is money is being made, but there's no progress being made. And then a lot of times, if it's progress, we're gonna feel it. And so my thing is, I'm not with the confusion and the game. I'm very direct in what I say. I'm very real about what I stand on. And at this stage in our life, especially the Black race, we need results. We need solutions. We need progression.
Man,
we need
I just unscrewed my mic real quick. I ain't even try to do that, y'all.
I want to respond to that because
I ain't even try to do that.
again.
So I guess Ace metaphor for
No, I'm not. Again. So how hey brother, y'all done let you get your long little monologue.
I guess Ace metaphor is the
I just wanna
host of
what I'm saying
or
to
the
you is,
creator of tonight's conversation.
I wish you would say I more when you speak. This is how I feel. This is what I think. This is the path. Because my only issue with what you're saying is you're not including that. Brother, if that works for you, great.
Now,
Understand the people that come ask questions at our shows, they're asking about them having casual sex. They're asking about this heartbreak that they done experience. They're asking about how do they find themselves again, how to have self-forgiveness, how to do this, that, and other. They're asking about a host of different things, brothers. And sometimes I'm the most qualified person to speak to their experience.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Tonight's conversation.
Sometimes it's Trip, the person you said, oddly, never been that guy, but I've known Trip since we were kids, and he's always been that guy. My point I'm trying to make is it would probably benefit to do a little bit more homework here.
Yeah, we got.
That's me being respectful. And then when you speak to every clip that you've seen,
I'm on it.
that you've seen,
I'm on it right now.
More about your algorithm than you think, brother. We post a host of different clips. You go down our page right now, you'll see 4 or 5 clips on forgiveness. You'll see.
I see tonight's conversation has 562K subscribers.
People in this country.
So that's a lot.
Even further, if you want to actually watch the episode,
but they have a lot of.
Further context.
They have a lot of clips. Let me see. 1 minute videos.
He's not on my algorithm. I'm just correcting. He's not on my algorithm.
Let me finish. I let you finish your monologue.
Well, no, I just don't want you to put out false names because we do.
Like you are.
I'm just letting you know that it's not from my algorithm.
Right. So if you haven't, so what I'm saying is,
I'm seeing a lot of 1 minute videos.
And I respect your work, and I would love to have you on the panel. I think
1 minute. I guess that's the way they do it. Unless I guess that's the way they do it. I might pull up one of them real quick. I never checked this show out. I don't know that I should though. From 11 months ago, I got one. It says 11 months ago. This one was really popular. A year ago, got a popular one, but they always be 1 minute. They don't do the long ones. I mean, that's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I guess I'll go. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. These topics are so surface level that it don't interest me, and that's just me. I don't even know that I want to. I don't click on what I don't want to click on, man. That's just how I get down. It looked like he got Brittany Renner on her. Let me see, man. I don't know, bro. He got a Facebook and an Instagram. I'm gonna go to their Facebook. Let me see something, bro. The Facebook page, what it look like? I see him, Ace Metaphor, the guy on this thing. I mean, he good, bro. It's good. They doing well on Facebook. They got the guy with the big beard and the braids, I think, or the dreads. They got him on here. They got some beautiful women, young women. They're beautiful. All the people are beautiful on her. But it's a big difference. I guess I should say what needs to be said on this because I know the truth. It's a big difference in doing this work for Tony Gaskins, and it's a big difference in doing this work as clearly as this guy Ace Metaphor. Why is it a big difference? Because Tony his platform is for Christians who are taking up their cross. You see what I'm saying? And then anything outside of that, you can't say I'm Christian and not take up your cross. You can't say that. You see, that's the problem. And I don't know what Ace got going on. And it looks fun. Like they got that stuff that look fun. It looks so fun. You know what I'm saying? You could go, you could visit, but I didn't even know this page exists. You know, when I see this type of content, I don't click it because it's is rooted it a lot of times it can be rooted in the party culture and stuff. And I'm not big on the party culture because I ain't the one. I'm not the guy they gonna invite to the parties. They don't invite me. I don't extend my numbers to people. And whenever it's time, when you text me, I'm sleep. I done missed the text. So now you ain't want to reach out to me because I done missed the text. It's over. I'm as soon when I wake up, I see it, I done missed the text. I might respond how I'm gonna respond. Then I'm on the game or watching a movie, kick my feet up, cooking, cooking, warming up some spaghetti I had in the mic or in the refrigerator that I've been eating on for about 3 days, with good garlic toast in the freezer, ready to go. Everything. I'm putting cheese on the spaghetti, seasoning, salt, pepper, everything gonna be perfect. Bring out the ranch too. I just be chilling, but I'm in that mode. Everything been cooked organic, all that. And so the party culture just ain't for me. I rather do something holy than something that is fun. There's a difference between holy and fun, right? Okay, so now that I say it's a difference between holy and fun, people gonna say you can be holy and have fun. Okay, yes you can, but listen, I see a lot of Christians who make Christian music, Christian rap, Christian hip hop, these things like that, and they have their hip hop parties and stuff. But you're not gonna see them cussing. You're not gonna see them. I mean, they may do it in private moments, but you don't. As a Christian, you're not finna be sitting here causing your friend or your brother or your sister to sin. You're not gonna be sitting there causing them to live in sin at a holy or Christian event. That's not something you're gonna do, and that's something I'm striving to bring to the table is more Christian atmosphere. And that is what Tony is doing. He's bringing a Christian atmosphere, and I don't know that that's it. That's the way. That's the motivation of tonight's conversation, because I don't know that is, and it's beautiful. It's okay, and I love to hear the perspective of Black women, but you got to understand that the perspective of Black women is most times inclusive of many her perspective of the perspective of one Black woman a lot of times is inclusive of her entire circle of influence. It's crazy, but you when you go, so that's why it's good for the man to speak for the household. It's good for the man to be the head of the household because his perspective is most times he'll hear from his friends, hear from this, but he not going off speaking what his friend told him. He gonna speak what he's saying and what he know to be true, and he ain't speaking no gossip, and he ain't hearing the gossip and then speaking that gossip. As a man, you trying to live in your truth. You trying to be truthful. You trying to be, honorable as a man. That's what you're trying to do. But when you go into the conversations and your audience is mainly women who don't live a holy Christian life and do not want to be married, that's a big problem. That is where the problems occur. And it's not nothing wrong with these people, with the women as humans, but it's wrong with the source that is driving their the purpose of it. And you know what that purpose and that source that's driving, you know what that is, right? You see what I'm saying? And so that's where Tony's coming from right here. And I mean, I'm on Tony's side. I back up Tony right here. I know this guy might not be a bad person, but I still got to back up Tony because that's who I'm supporting, dog. That's where I'm at with it. I know Tony is somebody who's helped me along my journey, and I know that the things he's saying is something that can truly provide a way for men to become husbands and head of what is it, leaders of their household. Not of that. I ain't trying to talk in terms of the IRS. I'm talking leaders of the household. You see, that's what I'm speaking, and I hope that Ace Metaphor collected some of that information based on what he was talking to Tony, because he definitely was strong in what he stood on. He was definitely passionate about what he stood about, but that don't make, just because you're passionate or strong in what you believe in, that don't always mean you're right. That don't mean that you are always you fit even to speak to this person in that tone of voice or in the way you may be speaking, because you can be confident and wrong. You know, you can be. And I'm gonna leave that up to Tony to decide whether he was confident and wrong, and or just flat out wrong. You see, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that because that's not my debate, and I'm not a good debater when it comes to that. But I can get better. You know, I have room to grow in that area. You know, so right now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start back up this video. We got about 10 more minutes of it, so let's just listen here. I don't know if y'all can even hear it, but
to you or not. Yes.
right now it's at 18 minutes.
We host and field a whole
I'm gonna
bunch
cut it
of
up.
different questions from people from different walks of life and experiences. And so, yes, one question may be quote unquote sensationalized, but that was a real question from an audience member. This question might be like, man, how do I find my confidence again after postpartum depression? And that's a clip that got just as many viral views. This question might be about somebody having casual sex and being flown out. But this question was about a woman saying, you know what, I feel like a single mother, even though I'm married. What do I do? And that clip got 10, 15 million views too. I can't speak to just a few clips that you've seen. And so when you're using that to frame, hold on, excuse me. When you're using that to frame and say,
hey, calm down, bro. You getting a little too much bass in your voice. So,
Mr. Gaskins. Mr. Gaskins. Mr. Gaskins, when you first of all, here's the thing. Anybody has watched my videos know I talk that way. Brother, when you say some stuff like that, you know what you're saying, dog. What I'm saying is you got on a platform and you're spreading misinformation. You said don't spread misinformation about an algorithm, but you got on this platform and you've already admitted that you ain't really deep dived in our content and you speaking as if you know what we are doing. And so we want to take your bait.
Listen, I got a question.
That's what he's doing.
1 second.
Hey, so let me ask you this question because we got the super chats coming in, and I think this is a question that the chat really wants to know. And shout out to Beautify by Lorraine. She says, if the goal is marriage, how can someone give relationship advice that leads to a successful marriage if they are not married?
So the answer to the question is, if that person's individual goal is marriage. I want to first say that. If that person's individual goal.
Hold up. So right now it's at 20 minutes into this clip. They posted this June 2nd, 2024. This is the biggest thing that they done, I guess, all year. So they reposted this just today, bro. All right. So right now, Tony and this guy, Ace Metaphor, just had a heated exchange. You see what I'm saying? His point was clarified. And so he spoke in a way that was I guess I could speak on confidence again. That was confident and straightforward, very candorous, and it made Tony say, "Hey, hold up, man. Take some of that bass out your voice when you're talking to me, man." You see what I'm saying? He had to stand up for his perspective there because when you speak like that to somebody, a lot of times that represents look, haha, I got you. When you speak like that about somebody, so that's giving the image like, see, the whole time I've been talking to you, look at where I'm at now, back on top of you again. That's what the image is giving, but it's not the type of thing like that. It's more of a, okay, you made a good point. You made a good point. The show goes on. Nobody's rewarding you for making a good point. Look at all the good points we both made in this time. Continue to be professional. Continue to be, continue to, if Hold up. Baby, it's all love. It's all love. So, all you got to do is pretty much just continue to watch this video, and I hope you have access to this video, but continue to watch this video. This is a good one. It just released today. Right? Is today the second or is it the third? Not today. This released yesterday. Today the third. Let's finish this.
Oldest marriage.
Ace Metaphor is about to go in about his point because they asked the question: if you are not married, how can you give advice about how to be married and get married? And now he's finna go in on that statement here at 20 minutes and 12 seconds into this video. So let's listen to this. I want to hear this. This is where I might decide whether to leave.
With that being said, there are people, to Tony's point,
let's see,
that have navigated that course and can give better insight if the goal is to be married. And you can look at to their track history. This is why we have married people on our panel.
Okay.
But not everybody's goal in dating is marriage. Brothers, you know, for every one person that's dating to try to find marriage, there's 3 or 4 people dating just to find themselves. There's 4 or 5 people dating in an experimental way. There's 6 or 7 people dating just to distract themselves from a heartbreak. So not everybody that's out here dating is dating to be married. And some people are dating.
All right. I can't listen to no more of this, man. I can't listen to another moment of this, bro. I can't listen to that, bro. Because he's missing the point. Who is out here dating to just date and get over a heartbreak? What? Who is out here dating to get experience, to find themselves? What? You trauma dating? That's what you're doing? Trauma dating. Who trauma dating? If you trauma dating and you don't have discernment to figure out this person is trauma dating you, this is the culture that Tony is against. Tony is not against, is not for these people. He not encouraging you to get no sugar daddy. He not encouraging you to get no dope boy, because he tell you time and time again that's the life he was doing. He not encouraging none of that for you. He's changed his life from that image to a more different image. Now, what do you got here? You got a man who has been married for 17 years, who has 2 sons, and him and his wife are partnering together, doing their thing together, traveling the world, doing these things. I know Tony Gaskin's story. I'm a member of the Blessed Tribe. I followed him on Instagram for years now, maybe 5 years, and maybe even 6 or 7 years since I was in college. I talked to him before, and I mean, let me be clear. I talked to him before, but it wasn't in person. I subscribed and I was a member of one of his things, and he did a live Zoom thing, and I got on there with him right after I was in the gym. I was hot. It was like 105 degrees. I was on the video, asked my question, and got in, got out. I don't know where the video is to this day, but I'm pretty sure I saved it. So be clear on that. I'm not really that hadn't been my process so far. This is the biggest type of video I'm doing to kind of address Tony in this way, because I do support what he do. I support the vibe that he bringing. I support this energy. I support anybody that's living according to the Lord's will and not his will, not his will, but the Lord's will be done. And I'm supportive of that, because I know that in that space, discernment is there, joy is there, peace is there, prosperity is there, power is there, energy, as you might call it, energy is there. Life is energy. Energy is life. Life is there. There is all types of blessing in this method. So I can't listen to this dude Ace Metaphor saying that, bro. I support that he's a black man making it happen in his way, and I don't think he's distracting the people away from what they are succeeding to, or what they would want out of life. I don't think he's distracting them. I simply think that he is not he's kind of lacking boundaries in the conversations. So that's the problem. I don't know. I love it, but it may be a lack of boundaries, and I don't care about people who want to date to trauma, who want to trauma date. I don't care about that because I'm not gonna date you. You trauma dating. I'm not dating you doing that. I wonder, man. I wonder where this type of culture is coming from, the trauma dating era. Because I don't know. I don't know that it's a. I don't know that it's a good thing. I don't really want to finish this video either. It's at 21 minutes, and I don't even think I can finish listening to this because it's not the type of stuff I would listen to. I want to listen to it simply so I can talk more with y'all, but I rather just not. You know, it ain't even my cup of tea. This ain't even my type of stuff. I don't even listen to stuff like this. But I don't think I'm gonna finish it out, y'all. That's just me, dog. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know a little bit about me as I continue in on this you know this energy ish, this energetic live that I'm doing right now, because this is new. I don't do lives for publicity. I do lives because I know people sometimes have their moments where they say, "Man, I really want to go. I really want to explore what he's doing," and they might come across a video like this. And when I caption this, when I quote this video, what it's called, people gonna come from wherever they come from and see it. So that's why I'm doing stuff like this, not just for a specific crowd or my crowd or people that I know, but this is for people who, anybody who could come by, see this, see that I'm being genuine, see that I'm just being myself, just listening in and walking with the Lord along the way. And if it's according to my will, I'm not in for it. But if it's according for His glory, then I'm here for it. Now, I just want to say thank you for listening to this YouTube video. Thank you for tapping into this with me. I'm not. I don't have any promotions to do so far. I mean, I'm gonna promote my work always. I go buy my books: Humans of the Ocean, Humans of the Ocean, Humans of the Ocean, Humans of the Ocean, The Newer Places. Go support me in this because there are new works. This is a coaching tactic. This is a educational tactic. This is a inspirational and motivational tactic that I've created. Humans of the Ocean, the first book that I wrote back in 2018. This book right here is a support for global warming, climate change. This is a support for ocean development, ocean life, marine life. This is a support for creativity, imagination, in the positive direction, because this is the work that I've done. This is a support for art. This is a support for creation, creativity. This is also a support for poetry and living out living your best life according to your standard. My second book, The Newer Places, is my biggest. It's kind of like my autobiography, right? And it's kind of me writing a story, writing a book that can encompass what I stand for. What do I stand for? I stand for science. I stand for poetry. I stand for the Lord. I stand for being free and voice and positive and true growth. If you got to grow in your life, if you have to grow, if you need to make change and growth in your life, right? You got to be real with yourself. It's nothing else you can do but be real with yourself. If you can't be real with yourself, you're going to be hiding to the end of your life. And then you're going to get to the end and realize I was never being real with myself. And that's why I didn't make the changes I needed to make. Be real with yourself. I'm seeing cars outside, so that's why I'm looking around and stuff. So be real with yourself so you can make the real changes. And so you can see, man, why am I seeking this? Where is this coming from? Why would I want to do something like this? Why would I hurt my credibility with the Lord? Why would I hurt my journey with the Lord based on my flesh? Why would I do this? And you can, when you be real with yourself, and let that stuff happen, let it happen. And then this is something that I learned from Jesse Lee Peterson, another Instagram influence he's out of California. He said, let it happen, let the thoughts come and let them pass. When you let them happen, especially in your reality, when you see that you're not living the right way, you let that happen and then you try to make a better decision to not let it happen again, then you can have power over this thing. You say, oh man, this is not something I want to continue to do. I see that I'm being away, and I do not want to continue to be that way. So you can make a positive change in your life. And this second book, The Newer Places, is me being open with you guys, because I know that I wasn't living right. You know, I'm a Christian, but I didn't have anybody holding me accountable in my Christian walk. It's just me. It was just me. I went to college and it was just me. You know, I didn't realize, and this is what I tell a lot of people when they go into college and I talk to them, a lot of youth. I say, make sure you have a good church. Make sure when you go out there, you see, okay, maybe I can have a good church here. Can I make good friends here who will be good church friends with me? How can I focus on reading my scripture while I'm in college? I need to think about this good stuff, because if I have a church here in my hometown, I need to have a church where I'm going to college, because this is going to be very important, and this is something that I really care about. And if that's the way, then that's what it's all about. You see? So that's what I'm promoting, guys. I promote that you live a life according, like the application, right? What did Jesus do? He told us what to do. He showed us what to do. We have it in scripture. So what we need to do is apply it to our life. If you can apply it to life, then you can be righteous in Christ. You can be holy through him. You can be raised up on the last day with him as he raises those. My third book, Humans of the Ocean, the Jungle, the A Better Option. I'm kind of flowing here. Humans of the Ocean, the Jungle, A Better Option. Each one of these, this is a method that I've created for doctors, therapists, physicians, and educators. This is a method. Most people, almost every single person, fit into one of those categories. They care about something in those categories, and I encompass those things. And if you don't, so be it. The book is still for you, right? And I highlight the goals of poetry and the goals of decision making that I make into this book. And in Humans of the Ocean, I have this I have this title, and this title is one description based on this poem and this article that I make. And they both had the same, right? And so, but they look different. A poem and an article looks different. Simply said, you go by the book Humans of the Ocean, and you'll be able to see what I mean, what exactly I mean, and you'll be able to understand that this is some good work. And I don't go about every day pursuing to push out this work simply because I'm in a growing phase with the Lord. I need to know the Lord, and there will be many tests along this journey of life. And as I go through life, as I'm tested, as I'm tried, I need to know that I'm rooted in his word, in his scripture, and there's nothing, no effort, no way that I can save myself. So that do I need to be angered? No. Do I need to be frustrated? No. So in that love that I have in those 3 books that I'll just share with you guys, I will tag on my X Dual Science account on Twitter, and you guys will be able to get that stuff. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream because I cannot. Bye, y'all.